It's overdue by 2 weeks. Be sure to return it to us soon.
You know the drill. Go get him.
Wow. Didn't even need the whole long-winded speech about being ranked third and all that. I guess at this point it doesn't even matter. $500,000 goal, huh? Don't worry, game. I'll go straight to it. But very quickly, I need to do something. Ah, there we go. Nothing like the old classics, eh? Ah, and Gene is all good, and it's all well and done. So, time to go on our usual upgrade spree. And we have a bunch of things to turn in, so this time should be good. Hey Naomi, I got something to give you. What do we have here? A Japanese sword. Where in the hell did you get something like this? Let me work on it a bit. I can use it to make a cool katana. Come back later, alright? If you're lucky, I might have something crazy for you. Well, that's all we needed to do. In some ways it does feel like a parting gift from Master, and of course that's the only thing we could do right now. So, I guess we should pay the dojo an old visit, and pay our respects. Master! You've... I see you've lost some weight? I don't know how I feel about Master's ghost haunting the dojo halls, but I guess I'll have to live with it. So, I guess I'll do training with a ghost watching over my back. Well, that's something I thought I wouldn't say. So, as always, I'll cut the training out and meet you guys at the job center, where there's no doubt going to be a new part-time job. And here we are at the job center. Buddy, this may be one of the last times I'll be seeing you. Not the last time, but one of the last. So, what do we got? Scorpion extermination. Take care of the poisonous scorpions. Put them into the basket on your back to safely remove them. $3,000 for each scorpion. Ah, I see. You're not having any luck with blowing me up, so now you're trying to poison me. I'll meet you at the scorpion site. Well, looks like this mission takes place in the middle of the sticks, so guess I shouldn't be too surprised about that. The unspoken rules of Santa Destroy are simple. Domination of scorpions. Wait, yeah, I said that right. I thought I said dominion for a second. Domination of scorpions is the way to prove you are a man. Scorpions are like women. You got that right, buddy. A man is only a man after he has conquered a woman. But as we all know, it's hard to be a man. Scorpions are loaded with deadly poison, just as a woman can knock you flat with her sweet honey. I don't know what you're talking about, but go on. Watch out for the babes, man. Say hi to the god of scorpions for me. Get your ass working. I'll be saying hi to Dwayne Johnson. And wouldn't that be great if he just suddenly ran into the Scorpion King? But I skipped over an explanation there, but basically it was saying that you could actually get poisoned by the scorpions. And if you get poisoned by the scorpions, by stepping on them, then you actually get I just got poisoned. God damn, but basically you have to go back to the mission guy and he will give you an antidote. So there we go. So hopefully this time, if I'm a bit more careful, I can actually get these pick these scorpions up and not get my foot stabbed. Here we go, we got a few right here. So basically you have to be careful in this mission. Obviously keep out of the long grass because that is the riskiest place of all, and there are plenty out in the open, so there's probably no need to go out into the long grass anyway. And if we just very carefully got to this one, here we go. Let's see, any over here, and having the dash is also very helpful for this mission. Having the dash in general just helps out with some of the missions where you have a time limit, because obviously it will take less time to get over to places that you need to be, so that's always a nice tip to keep in the hand. Let's see. Got a scorpion here. Good old scorpion. I actually mentioned the Scorpion King, but I haven't actually seen that movie. Apparently it's not that great, but that's only coming from one opinion of a friend, which I heard about recently when we were talking about old, like, classic early 2000s movie. At least I think it was early 2000s. Wouldn't surprise me if it was. Scorpions. It also got me speaking about the Mummy, the Mummy movie, because I watched that recently, and that's a pretty good movie. It was kind of fun. It wasn't cinematic genius or anything, but it wasn't, like, terrible either. It was just, like, a nice movie to just finally watch after hearing about it. I haven't seen The Mummy Returns, so I can't judge about that movie. But, I hear it's okay as well. Apparently they're also thinking about doing a reboot for The Mummy, which would be interesting. I'm not sure how they would do it. I mean, if you're talking about Hammer horror films, then The Mummy is absolute classic with was it Boris Karloff who played the Mummy in the original films, like Hammer horror films? I think it was. I'm not entirely sure, in all honesty. So, because the Scorpion King, yeah, the Scorpion King is incorporated. No, the Mummy, like the actual like Hammer horror Mummy, it's actually copyrighted by Universal, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see if they will have any part of it. But hey, there you go. There's some factual tidbits for you. So 19 scorpions. I feel like that's a pretty good number of scorpions. So let's see what we get. We get a gold rank. Nice. Okay, so let's see what assassination gigs we have lined up for us today. We actually only got 2 this time. We got Assassination Gig 21. Speed Jack. Kill all the enemies within the time limit. Mission ends when all the targets are dead. Rolling Cradle Highway bus stop. So I guess this will take place on a bus, where there will be no doubt hiding beneath the seats, because that is the obvious perfect ambush strategy for any delinquent gang. And here we are on the bus, hopefully not making our way up to Speed City once again, because I've had enough of that town. Too many bad memories. So I guess I'll just wait for this oh-so-cleverly placed ambush to happen. I mean, seriously, if you were in the middle of a bus and then suddenly you just saw, like, some guys just hiding beneath the seats suddenly pop up and just like, aha, we got you now! Apparently you sounded like Skeletor from He-Man! But, yeah, it's just the stupidest, like, just idea of an ambush I think I've heard in a while. I don't know, just something about it cracks me up.
2, 1.
And it also doesn't help that they're wearing the purple, like, Elvis impersonation suits. I mean, the only reason I say Elvis impersonation, because that might be a bit confusing at first when I say that, is because, not so much these guys, but some of the other guys, I think I actually missed my death blow. So I didn't miss that one. Some of them have, like, pompadours, or, like, half pompadours, which remind me of Elvis, considering the black hair and all. So, I don't know. I guess that's just what my mind goes straight to. It just goes straight to Elvis, because I can't think of any other rock-type bands, or singers even, with pompadours. But apparently in, like, Japan, like, I see in a lot of fiction, so I'm not sure if it was just a trend. I imagine it was. And my god, buddy, will you just... Dude! You can calm down now with the sword! Jeez. But anyway, like... They had, like, a time where biker gangs had this really weird sort of pompadour-ish look, which is kind of funny. I mean, their fashion has always been kind of, like, out there. But, like, that particular hairstyle in particular, I'm not sure what it's called, but it just cracked me up when I first saw it. So, I wonder if that's what the design is based on. Might be interesting to find out, just out of curiosity's sake. But seriously, that was it? I had 40 seconds to spare on that mission. Well, okay, I'm not complaining, since it pays well. And of course we get the gold rank. And here we go with Assassination Mission number 22, Gamble Fight. Kill all the enemies within the time limit. The type of enemy you will fight is a secret. Mission ends when time runs out. Gold Town. $1,500 per kill, which probably means there'll be a lot of people to kill. Let's do this. Okay, what have you guys got? Better impress me. Because apparently you're the oh-so-secret people I should be fighting. Let's do this! Well, colour me not impressed, but I'm guessing this is some kind of turf war that happened. So I guess I'll just put an end to it by taking care of all of the groups. That seems fair enough to me. So let's go. If we just keep on going, just keep on slashing up dudes, then this mission should go by relatively quickly. Some one of these missions, I do enjoy doing these missions where you just take on waves and waves of enemies because it's just satisfying to just go through all of them. But I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to talk about them considering there's so many of them. You can talk about them once, obviously, but then after that, it gets kind of hard to come up with new content to talk about. But hey, I guess that's just half of the battle when it comes to commentary. Because, you know, not many people know this, but it's like really hard to commentate and play something at the same time because you're actually using two separate parts of your brain when trying to do it. The left side and the right side, that is, and trying to use them both in tandem and concentrate on both like parties is always really hard to do, and that's why I had massive respect for Let's Players, and that's why I watched so many of them, because it's like, just the idea of just talking about a game or about anything while playing it just was like, wow, this is like really entertaining, this is better than television for me, you know, and just learning about them. And of course that obviously led to me giving it a go. And of course I find it hella fun, so I'm not complaining, because even if I don't have much to talk about, I'll just make stuff up as I go along. Let's keep on going! Jesus Christ, there's lots of you. I think if I remember correctly, this is actually one of the missions that pays the best because this is an actual mission without any time limit, like without any kill limit. So it's literally one of the ones that you could potentially get the most paid for because of how many people that you can potentially kill. This is actually I think it is, because this is the mission that I replayed the most to make money in the Wii version of the game, so still an interesting thing to note. I'm not sure if it will still be the best mission, but for me it certainly was, so I mean, obviously for different people it will be different missions depending on what their talents are, and my talents obviously involve murdering sprees, so take that with a grain of salt, I guess. Once again, saying things that I would never be allowed to say in real life. God, can you imagine the reactions you would get if you just said that? Like, yeah, I'm very good at murdering sprees, especially in video games. Just like, with that voice as well. You have to do it with that voice. Like the least threatening voice ever. I'm sure a media outlet will make a big story about it and say like, video games cause violence, or something like that. But anyway, I guess you can't fault me for something that I'm good at, even if it is something terrible. Actually, I guess you can fault me. But there we go, 85. So I believe that's a pretty good number to finish with. So let's see how much we get paid. Jesus, that's a lot of money. I was correct in thinking this is one of the best paying missions. So that'll be very, very important to keep in note. So there we go. enough money to pay for the ATM and our next ranking mission, which so happens to be our second to last ranking mission before we take on number 1. This playthrough has been real fun, I have to admit, even though it was kind of a little bit like more laid back than the Yakuza one, because in the Yakuza one I ended up doing lots of story-driven stuff and side quests. This one's been a little bit more zany, a little bit more laid back with my thinking, even though I'm always laid back with my thinking, so that doesn't make sense, but I've really enjoyed it. And this is, like I said, just one of those games I just love so much for how weird and wacky it is, and just how self-aware it is of its own, like, humor, but also delivering on, like, really nice character action gameplay. So, good watch, Suda. That's all I have to say. And also experience it technically again for the first time with the PS3 version of this game has been a privilege. It honestly has. So, let's see what they have to say about rank number 2.
What the? A letter? What do we got here? Don't come looking for me, Sylvia Crystal. Some trouble at home? She quit her job? Huh. What the hell is this all about? The Rank 2 match will be at Destroy Stadium. Aren't I a hard-working girl? Huh. Not the baseball stadium again. Okay, Sylvia. Only 2 more to go. I'm going all the way. That's a promise.
Jesus, that wasn't the message that I was expecting, not going to lie, but Sylvia's in trouble. I guess we should follow her wisdom and just stay out of her way for now. I'll just keep on doing what I'm doing, and she'll just keep on doing what she's doing. But I'm with you all the way, Travis. Let's do this. So in the next episode of No More Heroes, The Hero's Paradise, let's meet the second rank at Destroy Stadium. See you guys then.